Okay, guys, so here's just another effect technique. I don't really have much to say about this one. Um, but sometimes it can be overwhelming with having so many aux sends. If you want to do the technique where you like send one sound to multiple effect chains and stuff, it can become overwhelming. And you don't actually have to use aux sends for this, so I just thought it'd be nice to see for a minute. So for instance, let's say I have this dinky beat and I want to have a delay on it, but I want the delay to be octaphonic instead of stereo. One of the things that I could do is instead of using aux sends, first of all, let's get a little delay on here. Let's say, I'm just going to actually unhitch these. Let's say I want left to be 1, right to be 2. I'm going to keep this mix at 50% at the moment. What I would do instead of sending it to an aux send is that I would create another audio track. And as my audio input for this, I would select this track. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to select 808 Core Kit. You have a choice for pre-FX, post-FX, or post-mixer. I'm going to choose pre-FX. Actually, you know what? I'm going to choose post-mixer. Set the monitor to input, so it's always going to listen to this. Let's put the external outputs to 1 and 2. I'm going to take this delay and I'm going to move it over here. So now this drum beat only has the drum on it. This track only has just this delay. The audio is coming after the mixer, so it will change depending on the volume here. And it will go through then this delay. I'm going to duplicate this. Let's do outputs 3 and 4. So it still has the same settings, but now I'm going to do maybe 3 and 4, change the delay a bit. Let's duplicate that. Let's do outputs 5 and 6. Let's change this to 5 and 2. And let's duplicate that one last time and send this to output 7 and 8. And let's just do like a 1 and 3. So now, if I press play on my beat, a wild delay happening all around me. I can change the volume with this to all of it. One good practice to do if you do work this way, one of the things that I like to do, once I've really figured out, let's say I'm pretty happy with this delay that I have, is I would select all these extra ones I made. I'm going to color it so that it matches this. And it's my mom sending me stuff. And then I'm actually just going to make these really small. So now I just don't have a lot of extra clutter here. And now I can play my beat. I can play around with clips, change it. This great delay. I can even add more effects into it. Let's add a distortion. And because this is before this mixer, it means that the distorted signal then goes to all of it. But they all have their own separate delays. God, jeez, so many messages. Anyways, that's just one kind of nice technique. And keeping a good workflow is really important when working with multi-channel sound because you end up having just a lot more information to work with. So, this one track has an extra 4 tracks, and we're working with stereo pairs. So if you wanted to do individual lines, you would have 8 extra tracks here. So it's just something to be conscious of that things do tend to get overwhelming when you're working with bigger spatial sound projects. Okay, that's enough of this, another effect technique.